this is Lynn, and she is the manager of the Natural Art Garden Center, and she's going to teach us how to make our own small garden, how to start a small garden.
Hi Sue, thank you for including me today. My name is Lynn and I run Natural Art Garden Center, and we're going to, with a little bit of soil, an egg carton, and some seeds, we're going to be able to help start our own garden. And you can start your own vegetables this way too. So one of the things that we like to do is start our seeds from our vegetables of tomatoes, cucumbers, peppers. We start all those ourselves so that we can sell to you. But you can start your own seeds at home. And this is what sunflower seeds look like. And we're going to put some to good use in here. And did you know that you can eat sunflower seeds? So what we're doing is we're taking soil. This is what we call media. And it's not like the soil that's out in your yard. This is actually potting soil. So in here, in the potting soil, see the little white balls? That's perlite. That's actually like a volcanic rock. And then there's also peat moss, which lives in a bog. Usually in Canada. Ireland has lots of bogs with peat in them. In Ireland, they take peat and they use it and burn it to keep warm in the wintertime. So there's also some bark in here from trees and compost. So that mixed together makes a really good soil so we can grow our own seeds. So we're going to take some soil and we're going to fill up our little cups. This is an egg carton. So if you're going to use an egg carton that is paper, you want to make sure you put a plate underneath of it. There's also plastic egg cartons. So those are good too. And some of them look like little mini greenhouses. And if you make a mess, you got to clean it up like I just did. There we go. Okay. So then you're going to make a little hole. So what I'm going to do is just stick my finger, poke it in, and then I'm going to take my seed. And on seeds, we want to, however big the seed is, and this is a pretty good sized seed. You can see. I'm going to drop 2 seeds in each hole for the sunflowers, and then I'm going to cover up each hole. So all I'm doing here is just dropping the seed in. Poke a hole, drop your seeds in. Okay? And then when you get done dropping your seeds in, you're going to cover them up with the soil. And when you get done covering them up, you have to water them in. So you take a little watering can, you fill up your watering can with water. It helps if the water's on, guys. We have a special nozzle on this. It's for our seedlings, so it looks like a little shower. So we'll get some water in our watering can, and then we'll water them. And then you keep them moist until they start growing, and you just have to check them, and once they start growing roots out, you will be able to plant them out. So when their roots touch the edge, which I'll show you, this is a sunflower that's growing. So see, that's going to be just like what we just planted. There's no roots. So those are roots. And you want to see something really cool, grow cucumbers and smell the roots. It smells like cucumbers. And that's a cucumber plant. So 2 seeds.
So should you put the egg carton in the sun?
It needs to germinate, it does not need sun, but once they germinate, it does need some sunlight in order for them to grow straight. If they don't have sunlight, they will do all kinds of funny things. If you leave them outside whenever it's too cold, they'll freeze and they look like seaweed, and that's not good. So we technically, right now, when they're growing, you don't need sunlight. But whenever they start popping their little heads up, they need sunlight. So like, these are little tiny baby black-eyed Susans. So these now need sunlight because they've popped up out of the soil. So it's important to give them sunlight. Because you're probably going to be growing this in your house, you want to make for sure that if it's in the window like this, that you have to rotate it so that when they're growing, they don't grow crooked like this one is. So we want them to grow straight like this one. So it's important to make sure that you rotate them with the sunlight. Every day, every other day, not a big deal.
Okay. Well, thank you for showing us how to start our own garden.
So thank you for having us. We'll see you soon.